Hello and welcome to Earth Dragon Bricks. We are now in 2023 and in today's video we're going to be looking at the VIP Lunar set 40605. Roll that credit. So as I mentioned, today we are looking at the VIP Lunar set. Year of the Rabbit, I do believe. Please confirm if I've got that wrong, but I believe today is Year of the Rabbit, and the fact that there's one hiding in this bag would kind of confirm that. Basically, LEGO has been doing a series of VIP sets over the last few months, starting back in Halloween, October last year, followed by some of the winter packs, and this time round is the turn of the Lunar New Year, which is the Chinese New Year celebration. Up until now, they've never had any kind of instructions, but on this particular one, as you can probably see on the pack, there is a bit of instructions on there. So it's going to be interesting to see what this pack is going to contain. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to open up this pack, see what pieces we've got, and then from there, we'll see what we can build. And let's see if there is actually an actual instructions in there. Let's go. Right, so we've got the pack in front of me here. And as I said, it's got an instructions in the manual just here. So how that's going to work, whether the manual's going to work, whether it's going to be actual designs for what these pieces are going to be or not, I don't know. But we're going to give it a go. I've tried to go a slightly different angle on some of these pictures, so hopefully that will all work as well. But let's have a open and see what we think. So what I'm basically doing right now is something I've started. Something I've started on a few of them.
So what I'm basically doing
is before
right
I even start building, I just basically move everything around so that I've got different colours where I need them to be, so I know where everything is.
Before I even start building,
and just make it a little bit neater.
Move everything around.
But I think it adds a bit of fun to the actual animation itself as well. So that's just something I'm just doing right now, just to get some kind of...
just make it a little bit neater.
Some kind of adventure
going on. I think it adds a bit
on.
of fun.
It's also a good way of organising these different pieces as well. Well, straight off the bat, straight out the gate, I should say, we've got 4 lanterns and so far 4 candles. Yeah, anyone who watches the 2 Ronnies probably gets the humour that I'm... Okay, there's some kind of hat for some reason. Right, we're almost at the point where I can start building, but not quite there yet. Close enough though. Clear that there isn't actually, sadly, an actual instruction, which I thought there was.
There are some really good pieces in here. It's just a question of how to use them together.
what's going to happen is once I've finished this animation, which is just a general sort of animation to get this all in place, I'm going to spend the rest of the video trying to work out what I can make. If anything,
once I've finished this animation,
which
is just a general sort of animation to get this all in place. Like with the VIP Halloween one, there's not
I can make
a vast amount of pieces I can make.
Whereas with the other one, I suppose I could make something, make some sort of building, but unlike with the Halloween one, there was at least some,
which is a bit of a shame.
Some availability.
Whereas with the other one, I suppose I could make
something,
make some sort
but
of
in
building.
this one, it's not as straightforward. But we'll see what we can do.
Halloween one, there was a little.
Okay, so here is all of the items here. Let me see if I can focus temporarily on those. There, all the items at the back there. All the.
There's certainly enough to build at least something. So maybe if we go to some description. Let's put these rabbits aside.
So we've got these nice little circular discs, which are quite cool. So we'll start there.
Put one there.
I'm not going to make these into an animation because this is me working out.
Nice
I'm not a good mock builder. I've never done mock building in my life before, so this is all new territory.
I'm not going to make these into an animation
because the last one.
This is me working out. Looks pretty awful. I've also got these things here.
Now that looks like something, doesn't it? Now that looks a little like something here.
So this looks a little more like something. Oriental.
Oh, maybe you can put some arches on the bottom. What do we think? It's something. Don't know what it is, but it's something. Can this hat fit on top? Maybe, no? Be nice to somehow incorporate these yellow bricks. However, we've got these dragon things here. Be nice to finish off with at least something built. Because we've got these 4 bricks here, and we've got these things here, so we can somehow incorporate these somehow. I just don't know how I'm going to incorporate them.
I think here.
At the end of the day, these are add-on packs, and the purpose of this is to actually, add them onto something already built. I don't have any Chinese New Year sets. This is the only one that I have.
At the end of the day, these are add-on packs.
Let me. That allows me to do that.
So at least I built something.
Unless these.
Chicken, yay!
All right, I'm going to call it there, and I'll come back to you. Let me know. I'll tell you what. Let me know in the comments below what you think I can make. Give me some ideas. If you have any ideas,
all right, if I come up with something, I'll come back and record what I've done and take it from there. But for the moment, I'm going to leave it right here. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Until the next one, I'll catch you later. Bye bye. Quick interjection here. There is one thing I can build quite easily, and that is this thing here. So let's build this straight away because it's fairly obvious what this is going to be. So let's put this together and see what we get. Might go a bit one short somewhere. It would appear. Unless it's the thing that dropped. I did drop one at something earlier. What about these? Ah, hang on, maybe these will. See, even these don't fit. It's really crazy. These don't even fit on it. So how are you supposed to connect this thing? Okay, right. As with the previous one, I'm not very good at mock building. I'm not skilled at it. I'm absolutely useless. I put my hands up and say I'm no good at it. I tried my best to do it on camera, but it became such a pain that it just was not even worth recording it. So I do apologise I haven't recorded the whole thing. Let me show you the things I did do that were part of the set. First of all, we got a string. Now originally I was going to make this into lanterns, but the way the pieces are, it just wasn't possible, physically possible, to make this into a lantern sheet. At least not that I could figure out. Perhaps I'm doing something wrong, I don't know. But I couldn't get these to become a lantern like I thought I might have been able to. As I said, there might be a way of doing it, but I couldn't figure it out. So instead, I made these into firecrackers. You know, when they set up these little things, little bangers, basically. So that's what I've done with this one. Leave the microphone alone. So that's what I've done with that one. Then we've got this little lotus leaf thing. In fact, actually, do you know what? I'm going to make an adjustment. Because originally I did this, but I'm going to do something different. So I'm going to take that off and put that on there instead. That's better, isn't it? So I've made this little lotus leaf thing with a couple. I've just put the dollars on there and the drink just to keep them together. But yeah, that's all I could come up with that. I think it looks all right. It looks like a plant, so it's a nice bit of background decoration. But let me know what you think. Do you think I could have been more creative with that, or if not? In fact, what did you create? What did you actually create? What did you actually make out of this? So I'd be interested to see what you're doing. Okay, next up, obviously there was a chicken. There was a chicken, and maybe I should have one of the legs. I know, really silly. But yeah, there's obviously a chicken in there. I guess that's a traditional dish that they use for Chinese New Year. I don't know. You can tell me if you are Chinese or you're Asian. You know, if there's like with Christmas, you have the Christmas turkey, whether chicken or whatever this bird would be. Is there a specific dish that you would have on Chinese New Year? Be interesting to know. Actually, I've never really thought about it. So let me know in the comments below on that one. Okay. Originally, I had that on top of that little plant. It's like a little lantern, but I'm just going to put this to one side for now because I've taken it off. A couple of unique pieces that I've never come across is these. You can't really see them on this picture, but I will take photographs of them. But basically, they are chopsticks. They are a set of micro chopsticks, which I think is absolutely fantastic. So if I ever get a character where I can get those chopsticks, I will definitely be giving them to those guys. There is one set I would like to try and get if it's still available. I know it was last year's, but there's one set I've been meaning to get. If I can still get hold of it, I will definitely get it. But we'll see what happens. Then we've got a couple of little chocolate bars. Couldn't really do much with those. Originally I made them into a table, but then I realised I need to use that table for putting food on and stuff like that. So we've got two little chocolate bars, which I think are quite nice. Very similar to ones in the Harry Potter videos, which you'll see at some point. I don't think I've shown you that one yet. Actually, no, I think it was in 2019's calendar, actually, come to think of it. So you'll see that in the 2019 calendar, I believe, those chocolate bars. Okay, so that's that. Then, now I've got to say, this I loved. It's simple, but I love this. Got little gold bars. Little tiny little ingot gold bars. And I've got 4 of them. Now, I'm not going to lie, if I can get a whole stack of these and make a giant gold bar, gold bullion type thing, that would be awesome. But I've only got 4 so far. So if by any chance there's another VIP set and I get a second one of these, that would be great. But if not, hopefully I'll get some more of those in future sets. So that's those. Okay, we're almost there. This one is my least unique. Well, my second least unique. The first one is not so unique. And basically, I just couldn't think what to use these orange pieces, so I actually made them as table legs, and then put the green things on those tables with the little, whatever drink that is, a little cookie, which I'm going to call a fortune cookie, even though it's not really a fortune cookie, and a pot of Chinese tea. And I quite like that. Even though it's a bit small micro, it doesn't really look that great. I'm quite pleased with that, but that was the only thing I could come up with for that piece. Then, using the lanterns and the little Chinese hats, whatever. Now, if there's a name, does anyone know the name of these hats? Usually hats like this have a specific name. I don't actually know the name of this type of hat. It's like a straw kind of hat in a triangle, in like a pyramid shape. But I don't actually know the name of it. But I used that, put that on top of the lantern, and then put the other 2 beige circly things on the bottom. And I quite like that. It looks kind of like a side lantern type thing. And I did that with both of them. So I've got 2. So I've got 2 of those on each side. So I'm going to put those on each side of the building. Let's put this over here so that when I put the last piece, it's going to look good. And now for the grand piece. This was a nightmare building it. It was a nightmare figuring out what to do with it, how to make this work and how to look good. But I think in the end I did get something that I'm quite happy with. It's a bit busy, I'm going to warn you ahead of time. It is a little bit on the busy side, but I felt like I was creative enough, and I created something with the small pieces that I had. When I originally put this together, I couldn't figure out for Toffee what to build with this. I tried many different ideas, as you'll see in some of the video, but I couldn't come up with anything specific or anything particularly great until this piece. So it is busy, but I feel like I've really nailed it. So here we go. And there we have it. This is what I came up with. Now, it is, as I say, it is very busy, and it took a few attempts to kind of get something, but it was nice compared to the VIP Halloween one, which was really just throwing loads of pieces together, and it just kind of looked like sort of something. This actually looks like a building that was purpose built. It was meant to look like this. It was meant to be built this way, and I really do feel like I've given, hopefully, proper respect to the Chinese New Year and given a nice Oriental style piece. And I even put, I don't know if you can see, these little gate things, I put them in different places just to give a bit of variety on the building. So going up on this building, here's what I've done. So the two blue pieces are the main sections, and there's the little red plate just underneath there, which going with that mixed in with the roof, I think works quite nicely. It gives a nice colour to the roof, and again that nice Oriental feel. I put the little 3-prong leaves on each corner, and I just put the yellow bricks on there, partly just to use them up, but also I think it helped elevate it and give it a bit more to it. And just underneath, you can't probably see very well, but the little grey plates are just underneath there. Then I used the arches on the bottom, that's sort of the stand, and I think that's kind of generally quite a common thing you see in Chinese culture, where you see like plants and things, particularly bonsai trees and things like that. Not that I'm saying it's Chinese necessarily, but you know, that sort of thing. A lot of tables and trestles have that kind of arch thing at the bottom, so that's what kind of use it at the bottom. And these curved pieces I used to make that pagoda kind of feel, and that mixed in with what's on the top, I think that really worked well. However, this was quite tricky to keep in place because it's at an angle in an unusual way. It didn't stay connected, which is another reason why I put the yellow bricks on, because it helped keep that solid and a nice solid piece easy to hold. As you can see, the little dangly things at the bottom there, the little dangly things, I've seen this on Cole, I think it's Cole, whoever the green Ninjago is, whoever the green Ninjago character is, I think it's Cole, I believe, if I'm not, correct me if I'm wrong. He has one of these on one of his swords, but I just put those on the bottom just because I just experimented to see if they would fit, and they do, and I just thought it makes a nice little dangly piece at the bottom, and gives that sense of, you know, that Oriental flavour. Then on the top I put the fruit, so I'm considering these to be oranges and leaves, because there's one thing I do understand, and I'm not all that familiar with the law, and say please feel free to enlighten me on what the law, Chinese, you know, culture and law is. But from what I understand is one of the parts of Chinese culture is that you devote your fruits and vegetables or something like that as part of, you know, prosperity or something to that effect. If I'm wrong with that, please correct me, but I believe that's what it is. So I kept that one in there because I thought it was quite nice. It's a bit weird having it on the top, but where else was I going to put it? But the piece I'm most pleased about is these little dragon pieces. Now I was trying my desperate to put them. I tried to put them on the bottom here, didn't work. I tried to put them on the top there. I tried to find a way to fit them, but then I remembered I had these 4 yellow hook things, little clip thingies, and I thought, well, actually, if I put them on the corners of each of the building, match it to the white ones at the bottom, it would be quite cool. So you've got these 4 dragons on each corner of the building. So I think you know, as I said, I'm not an expert builder in terms of just doing mock builds and creating things that are random. You know, I don't have that mindset or haven't learned that ability to kind of look at something and think, well, that piece will go there and that piece will go here and that piece will go there. This was just literally me throwing it together, seeing what works. That didn't work, pull it apart, put it back together again. But I think that at the end, despite my lack of skill in terms of mock building, I'm really happy with what I've come up with. Whether anyone's come up with something similar or the same, I don't know. I'll have to find out. But I'm really pleased with how this one has come out, how this one has worked together. In fact, when I did the Halloween one of the things that I did have to do is I looked at some of the other people's ideas just to get some kind of inspiration. I didn't copy their ideas, but I just got inspiration from them because I couldn't figure out what I could do. On this occasion, I didn't. This is purely my own thoughts, designs. So at least I've advanced a little bit in that this is my design without any kind of influence from anyone else. This is just what I've come up with. And I'm really happy with it. But what do you think? Do you think this is good? Do you like this? Or do you think I could have done better? Are there ideas I could have considered that would be better than what I've done? Let me know in the comments below. But other than that, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Forgive me, I'm going to try my best to say this, and I hope I don't mess it up. For anyone celebrating Chinese New Year, Kong Hei Fat Joy. Hopefully I haven't messed that up. But Happy New Year to all of you, and have a wonderful 2023. Until next time, keep bricking it, and I'll catch you later. Bye-bye now. Oh, I almost forgot the most important part of this whole thing. I was so focused on this little thing. It's Year of the Rabbit. As I mentioned at the beginning, I think it was Year of the Rabbit. I can confirm that that is exactly what it is. And they gave us some cute little micro rabbits in this piece, which look brilliant. I really love their faces. They look so cute. And when I pull, and if I put them in front of this, they actually look really good in front of this little building. So yeah, so that is my build. That is my Chinese New Year build, the first one I've ever done for Chinese New Year. I hope you have enjoyed it. If so, make sure you give it a like, share with other friends who might enjoy this, and don't forget to check out some of my other channels as well if you're interested, particularly my art channel, Earth Dragon Art. But anyway, keep bricking it, and I'll catch you later. Bye bye now.